Hello, this is the announcements video for the online History 370 course. I'm Dr. Franklin Rausch, the instructor for this course. Every week I plan on having one of these little announcement videos in which I will give a password, and I do that to make sure that people will actually listen to it. This one is short because I'm not really reacting to anything. One thing that I use announcements for in class is to kind of go over what's coming up and also to react to things. You know, students will turn in an assignment and I'll say, oh, these are the strong points. These are areas that need improvement, but there's nothing yet that I've had to grade. So there's not really a whole lot for me to react to. So this will be a little bit short. Now, one thing I want to emphasize that's kind of weird about the summer session is because it's compressed and because it kind of goes in kind of an odd, the first 2 weeks are a little bit different because, you know, this first week classes technically begin Wednesday. And there's only Wednesday and Thursday for the first week. And then the second week, because of July 4th, there's only like 3 days of class. And this class is meant to mirror an in-person class. So since there's only 2 days of class, I only made the material I would cover if I was to have 2 days of in-person class, right? They're supposed to be about the same, right? In-person, online should be about the same. So for the first and second week, even though it's an online course, and I still made it a little bit shorter than a full week in order to match what was going on in the in-person courses. But week 3, 4, and 5, you know, those are going to be full entire weeks. So I don't want you to get into the kind of false sense of security in the first couple of weeks. It's like, oh, this is easy. There's not that much. Well, it's easier because in an in-person class, there won't be that much, but the rest of the weeks, it will definitely pick up. Now, one thing I should point out and what that's key for, I think oftentimes the popular image of students is, not completing work or something like that is because of procrastination. Like, oh, you know, someone chooses to play League of Legends or to watch TV or something. Like I'll have students talk about binge watching TV shows in my classes, and it's usually someone who's not keeping up with their work. And there's certainly students who do that. But I think in Lander's case, more often than not, my concern is more of overcommitment. My concern is not students doing things where they're just kind of playing around and not doing their work. My concern is students who are trying to do a lot of good things. And then because they're trying to do a lot of things that are good, they're not able to keep up. And the problem is because these are in a sense good things, you know, they don't realize it. So for example, if you're working like an extra shift, you feel like you're being a responsible person, right? You're working hard, you're making money so you can pay your bills. You know, you're not going to feel guilty about that in the same way someone might feel guilty about watching TV instead of doing their assignment. But the problem is whatever is someone's doing instead of doing the work that's required, in a sense, it doesn't matter what they're doing. I have to grade the results. So of course we should be concerned with procrastination, but like I said, I don't think that's so much the issue. Right? I think Lander students are hardworking people, and the problem I think is more of overcommitment. And like I said, there's this kind of psychological thing. You think I'm doing the right thing, I'm working, so it doesn't necessarily kick in, oh, I need to put more time in on my course. So just be very careful about overcommitting, especially these first couple of weeks, because it'll seem pretty easy. Now, me just talking about people working hard and so forth, I am going to take a very short family vacation. I'll just be gone Thursday, Friday, and I'll come back Saturday morning with my family. It will during that time I should have access to email. I should be able to fix any issues that come up, but I may be a little bit slower than I would like to be in responding to emails or to issues. Please note that I try and respond within 12 hours, definitely by 24 hours. If you haven't heard from me within 24 hours, please email me again. But please also note that my schedule can be very different from student schedules. Like I typically will not respond after 8 p.m. I probably will not get your message if you send it after 8 p.m., but you may get messages from me at like 5:30 a.m. or 6 a.m. or something like that. I'm a morning person. So just keep that in mind. Now, the other thing I have to mention, of course, is that your password, right? You need to send me a password. When you send the password, you don't need to have an opening or closing or anything like that. You just literally need to send me the password. It helps if you can also mention that you're in History 370 because I'm teaching another class. And your password is Anime Club. Anime is spelled A-N-I-M-E. Sometimes people pronounce it anime. Sometimes people pronounce it anime. Anime is the American version, but if you were in Japan, it's called anime. And I mention that because I'm the advisor of the Anime Club. They'll start meeting again in the fall. If you're interested in anime and I think it's an appropriate password for a History 370 Modern East Asia class, please let me know. It's a cool club. They do lots of neat things. Well, good luck, and let me know if you have any questions or concerns.